Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome to the Matrix Awakens, the tech demo for Unreal Engine 5. Supposedly, from what I've heard, it is both cinematic and interactive, which is one of the main reasons I've put off even looking at footage of it. Because at the very least, there's some element of it that's meant to be experienced. Or should I say, experience interactively. Enter. Okay, let us turn subtitles on. They spent all the time making the tech demo. They just rushed their way through the making of that menu, but that's okay. It's functional. It gets the job done. And at the very least, you can choose to turn on subtitles before you play the game. Not often does that happen.
Hi, I'm Thomas Anderson. Like many of you, I work with computers. I like the freedom I feel outside the limitations of the real world. But computers are also mirrors, reflecting back who and what we are and the choices we make, the worlds we build. They also confront us with questions about why we want to choose this over that, why we want to make X instead of Y. Where do ideas of who we are and what we want even come from?
Well, you could say that about any given creation.
And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Like, it doesn't necessarily mean it's just computers, but any tool reflects the needs and wants of the society.
For instance, I'm not even sure why I'm here. I remember waking up and thinking that I'm supposed to come here. That it was important for me to ask people, how do we know what is real?
It is digital, Neo.
Hi, I'm Keanu Reeves. Over 20 years ago, I first played the character Thomas Anderson in the Matrix trilogy. Those films pioneered digital cinema with shots like bullet time. Back then, we talked a lot about where the digital age might take cinema and narrative. In an industry where actors have tried to remain perpetually young, we wondered about digital faces that could become immortal.
Hi, I'm Carrie Ann Moss, and I played Trinity in the Matrix films. 20 years ago, we asked ourselves.
Notice how she says that she played Trinity, and Keanu Reeves says he played
We wondered what would identity
Thomas Anderson.
Digital world.
And what would reality mean when a world we can build feels as real as our own?
But then we never really know Trinity's assigned birth name.
What just happened?
Yeah, this is what they wanted. They said they were fine with your theoretical mumbo-jumbo, but they needed some sexy action.
This is true. That is definitely what we needed. Theoretical mumbo-jumbo can only take a Matrix film so far.
Marketing? I thought we were supposed to have total creative control.
Welcome to the Matrix.
You still got it.
Like riding a bike, they say.
I sometimes miss this version of us.
Me too.
The hell
Oh,
are you
hello.
doing back there?
Sorry, I was told this is a sim preparing me to fight the system.
Right on. You know about this?
Yeah, it's all supposed to be a little unreal.
Oh, I see what you
Word
did
of
there.
advice. Agents are bad, but whatever you do, stay the hell away from marketing. See you soon.
Definitely a very meta tech demo. Shoot them.
Ever watched a movie before? Shoot the tires.
Say no more. Keep them off us.
All right.
You drive. I'll shoot.
Okay, a vaguely interactive. Although I suppose that's what keeps things simple, so that, nope.
Dodge this.
So that you can still have big cinematic moments. Okay, so he's gonna just be able to... It makes sense that I wouldn't just be able to shoot him while he's sitting on the cab.
Trinity? They're on the car.
Who's the roof?
My pleasure. Sorry, boys. Of course they have a helicopter.
But yeah, if you want, like, and that's kind of like how games like Heavy Rain and such are able to kind of look as good as they do with interactive moving objects. Is these objects are only meant to interact with each other in one specific fashion.
Still on us.
Like, you don't necessarily have that much freedom in what you're actually doing.
This is supposed to be safer.
Like, if you were actually able to freely target, this would mean that they would also have to figure out impacts against all of the surfaces, as opposed to just the one, how the vehicles might behave if you shoot one side versus the other.
Thought you'd never ask.
And that's also kind of like why open world
Kick out of this.
games can be tricky to script.
Come and get it.
Or should I say, not necessarily open world games, but more procedurally generated, which give players much more variety of methods to solve any problems. Generally, or should I say, more variety in regards to the elements that the levels occupy. But
Hold steady.
that means you generally also lose that cinematic flair.
Hell yeah.
And I suppose the goal isn't necessarily for this tech demo to show off
What are you
the
doing?
types of gameplay that can be shown, as much as how good it could look in the system with all of the different objects moving. With all the different parts moving. Though that's the question that I think is more important, is not necessarily how great this looks, but let's say you're driving along and that explosion blows up the bridge. Like, how good is the engine performance going to be while you are in control? If you're driving along in control of the game, possibly shooting at bad guys, AI's probably doing something. Alright, here we go. Toggle mass AI visualization. Nanite visualization? Ooh, okay. That definitely kind of gives a more concrete visualization of how the world is rendered. Okay, so there's the pixels that are displayed, and then there's those that are rendered. I admit that at some point, like, my own knowledge of this type of thing... Ooh, do I actually get to move around and run around this world? As opposed to just interact with it via shooting very specified points of vehicles? Let's see, I can sprint. I can fly. Let's speed up. Whoosh. 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 I don't have to make the whooshing noises, do I? Let's go all the way up. See how far the rabbit hole goes. Alright. They definitely made a very large area for you to explore. Actually, hold on a second. Can you actually reach those exterior islands? Because it doesn't look like they're actually connected to this main center island. Also, nope. That's as far as you get. Okay. The first-person camera view for flying is a nice cheat. Because they can still show off the graphics, which I'm playing on an Xbox Series S. I don't know if that's what's affecting some of the pop-in. The main reason I'm playing on this versus the PS5 is because this downloads faster, and my current internet connection of 6 megabytes per second download needs every edge it can get. But yeah, like going into first-person mode for this sequence is a nice cheat, because they don't have to worry about making the model fly. Can I walk on this bus? The answer is no. Oh, can I get into a car? Like, let's say that car in the middle there. Oh my gosh. Very loose on the physics. Oof. Ah. But then it's only meant to be a tech demo. Oh no, my car. It's done for. Alright, what else can you do in this thing? Let's see, there's driving, there's photo mode, there's drone and walking. Sun rotation. Crowd and traffic. Matrix filter, nanite view. Alright. Well, it's a neat little view of Unreal Engine 5. Little bit of Matrix bonus material, a little bit of meta Matrix bonus material to go along with it. It'll be interesting to see if this, like, Unreal Engine 3, was that the one that was adopted by everybody, or was it 2? I forget. But, like, there was a time when Unreal Engine was adopted by everybody. With the 360 era. It'll be interesting to see how well Unreal Engine 5 does. I think, like, it'll all depend on two things. One, can it create great things? And I think that's one of the things this engine is meant to show to players, and perhaps also to possible developers who are able to try it out. But also, it'll depend on the ease of use. Like, they were able to construct, Epic was able to construct this tech demo, which is arguably fairly basic on a gameplay interactive level, but it still has a lot of moving pieces in regards to the cinematic aspect of it. Not to mention the what probably had to go in order to acquire the assets that are used for the characters, like modeling in-game Keanu Reeves and modeling in-game Carrie-Anne Moss, and the third character who I do not know the name of. Not every studio is going to have that kind of technology or access to that kind of technology or access to that kind of licensing. And that's one of the things that I especially enabled Unreal 3, I'm just going to say 3 for now, was that, like, studios large and small were able to do amazing things with that one engine. And that's one of what I'd like to see in the future, is not just what this engine is capable of in cinematically, but when more interactive aspects of the game start colliding with each other, how well is it going to hold up? In the meantime, though, got any suggestions for something to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.